to come in?" His invitation caught her off guard, and she straightened up suspiciously. "You're obviously curious." "I was just passing," she replied. "So you can speak?" "Of course I can speak." "I wasn't sure at first. You looked so frightened." "I'm not frightened of you, if that's what you mean." "Good." "I was just on my way somewhere." "That's funny. We're rather isolated here." "I know that. I was on the beach." Which was true, at least. "So you just wandered up to have a look?" "It's so pretty. It caught my attention." Her face brightened at the mention of the villa, and her eyes strayed longingly up the drive. "Then come in, and I'll show you around the gardens. My family isn't here, so I'm alone. It'll be nice to have someone to talk to." "I don't know." Her eyes darkened again, but he opened the gate. "Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you." "I'm not afraid," she retorted. "I can look after myself, you know." "I'm sure you can." She stepped in, and he closed the gate behind her. She watched him lock it, and her heart lurched a moment with anxiety. But then her gaze was drawn back to the villa, and she forgot her fear. "Do you live here?" "Not all the time. I live in Milan mostly, but we summer here every year." "Then I will have seen you." "Really?" Her excitement at being in the grounds gave her courage. "Yes, I spy from the wall." "You little devil." "I like to look at the gardens. The people don't interest me so much." "Then I'll give you a better look, so you won't have to spy any more." She walked beside him, her heart now swelling with pleasure. "Is all this really yours?" "Well, my father's." "If this is your summer house, your house in Milan must be built for a king." He laughed, tossing back his head. "It's big, but not big enough for a king. This is bigger. There's more space in the countryside." "It's old, isn't it?" 15th century. It was built by the Medici family, designed by Leon Battista Alberti in 1452. Do you know who he was? "Of course I do." "How old are you?" 10 and 10 months. My birthday's in August. I suppose I'll have a big party." "I'm sure you will." She looked down at her feet. She had never had a party. Now her mother had gone, no one would even remember her birthday. "What's your dog called?" "Good Night." "That's a funny name." "He was a stray I found on the road in the middle of the night. We bonded immediately, so I called him Good Night, because it was a good night finding him." She bent down to stroke him. "What is he?" "I don't know. A mixture of lots of different breeds." "He's sweet." She giggled as the dog licked her face. "Whoa! Steady there, doggy." "He likes you." "I know. Stray animals always like me." "Because you look like a stray yourself," he thought, watching her wrap her arms around Goodnight's neck and rest her head against his fur. "I've made a friend," she said with a triumphant smile. He laughed at her exuberance. "No, you've made 2. Come on." They walked the full length of the drive side by side, her confidence growing with each step. He explained the architecture, showing off his knowledge, and she listened, enraptured by every detail, trying to remember in order to later tell her friend Costanza. The villa was even bigger than she had thought. She had seen only the central part between the trees at the end of the avenue. It had 2 other wings, not quite as tall as the bit in the middle, but just as wide. Classically proportioned and unfussy, it had an understated grandeur, the yellow paint giving it a happy, complacent look, as if it knew it didn't have to try at being beautiful. She longed to go inside, to walk through the rooms and gaze at the paintings that hung on the walls.